Hello, Pauper fans, and Mathonical, you're joining me for a deck tech and intro on Inside Millout. This is a deck that I had a random idea for about a week ago, and I just couldn't resist. So I put off some of the house renovations, and I jumped in here and started playing around with this. And over the course of the week, I've come up with a list I'm relatively happy with. I feel like we can still make some improvements, so please send me your suggestions and work together as a community to continue refining this list. But this is definitely a very fun archetype, being able to kind of play two different plans with a fully transitional sideboard. So I'm going to jump right into it. The main board is an entire turbo mill plan. We have the Jace's Erasures with the Whirlpool Rider. Of course, Jace's Erasure is going to mill our opponent every single time we draw a card, and the Whirlpool Rider will allow us to put our entire hand into our library and redraw that many cards. So together, that can end up milling out many cards all at once. And everything else in the deck is just to facilitate that. We've got our entire package of Preordain, Ponder, and Brainstorm to draw lots of cards, look for the cards we want. We've got the Muddle the Mixtures, which are counter magic, and the ability to transmute to look for the Erasures or Whirlpool Riders if we need them. We've got the Gushes. This is amazing because we get to return 2 lands to our hand, draw 2 cards, and then cast a Whirlpool Rider right afterwards, with all of those extra cards at hand to really just turbo out, mill our opponent out. Augur of Bolas are going to buy us a bit of time, search for some cards that we need to kind of put our combo together. Yeah, you know, just a good filler card. Dispels to help protect our combo, protect us from counter magic and that sort of thing. And the last bit of the package is, of course, the Fog. We have the Ethereal Haze as a 1 mana, prevent damage from creatures. This comes in many different situations. Since it can also prevent pings from like Thermal Alchemist, pings from Longbow, that sort of stuff. Moment of Silence is nice, skips their combat entirely, so this also plays around Flaring Pain and Ulamog's Crushers. Very nice. Angelsong is a bit of a hedge. If we're playing against control matchups, we don't really need that many fog effects, so these are able to cycle and don't get stuck in her hand. Dawn Charm is a very, has useful situations everywhere. Prevents combat damage, but it also counters spells targeting us. Regenerate target creature, who cares about that? And we're playing 19 lands. We probably could be a little bit greedier and go down to 18, but I really wanted to make sure we're not mulliganing too often. We want as many cards in our hand as possible whenever we're keeping with the Whirlpool Rider. We've got a lot of ways of just kind of churning through our deck with the Brainstorms plus Whirlpool Rider, so I don't mind having additional lands since we're just going to throw them back into our library over and over again. That is our main board plan. We're just going to try and turbo Fog, turbo Mill, and try and get there. Then, when our opponent's sideboards, trying to destroy our Jace's Erasures, trying to prevent our milling plan, we can just take it out entirely and turn into an entire tribe deck. We've got the 4 Tireless Tribe plus Inside Out, which of course allows you to discard cards and get in for a very large amount of damage very quickly. Shadow Rift to prevent it from being blocked, and some Circular Logics to kind of just counter whatever they're doing. Quite often, you're just going to game 1, try and turbo mills. Game 2, try and go tribe, and game 3, you're going to do some kind of rock, paper, scissors, what do you think I'm on type thing. Some matchups, you don't want the tribe even after post board. Some games, you are going to want the tribe no matter what's for game 2 and 3. So that's where the fun of this deck comes in. What do you sideboard it out? Well, quite often, it looks like this. Bring in all that, you take out this, and quite often, this is sideboard plan number 1. Of course, you can go the hybrid approach. You can keep in some of these, take out some of those. If you are against a control deck and you don't have to worry about using fogs at all, you can do something like this. Very flexible. You can have multiple game plans. You can go all on tribe. You can go for the Jace's Erasure. Yeah, plenty of fun. So, I hope you enjoy the games. Hopefully you'll get to see this deck in action to your heart's content. Thank you, and I'll see you there.